Hi, welcome back to This Lovely Stitch. My name is Olivia, and here on this channel, we create what we love and explore the creative process. So today, I'm going to go through 26 different projects I want to make in 2026. And just to preface this, I want to say that everyone crochets and knits and crafts at their own pace. This is just kind of what I'm expecting to be able to do. I'm sure, excuse me, I'm sure I won't be able to make all the things on this list, but I would be happy if I even make like 2 or 3 things from this list. And hopefully this list also inspires you. Make sure to comment down below what you're working on while you watch this video and also what you want to make in 2026. So without further ado, we're going to get into the first idea. I have my iPad right here, so I'm just glancing over just to make sure I don't miss any of my ideas. And the first one is the porcelain sweater by Lynette. This I'm so excited to make. I've been wanting to make this for I think since it came out a couple years ago. But I don't do well with whites. I think every single white shirt, blouse, sweater, thing that I've owned has gotten stained by something, whether that's makeup, food, or just life happening. I don't do well with white. So instead of doing the traditional white and blue porcelain look, I'm going to do a kind of muted medium shade of brown with pink. So yeah, I think that'll still be good where it's a little bit of a pop of color, but also is kind of neutral-ish that I can mix and match it with some of my other clothes. So yeah, that's idea number one. Idea number two is the Sailor Slippers by Annie Sews. And one of my goals for 2026, which I will cover in another video later this week, is creating more gift knits. So every time I ever go to my grandma's house, she always has slippers for us. And not just like a traditional, like generic guest slipper shoe. She has slippers for every single member of our family that are like our designated slippers. So because of that, I think she would really enjoy some nice wool slippers. She wears socks and slippers in the house year round. We are a no shoe household, so there's no shoes in the house, but she does wear like really nice soft socks and slippers. So I think she'd really enjoy this, and I think doing it in a fun color like pink again, like pink or green, will be something she likes because she just does really like the color pink and green too. So that is definitely something that's probably going to be one of my earlier gifts because her birthday is in the summer. So that's idea number two. Idea number three is also a gift idea for my grandma, and this is the Persian Tiles blanket by Janie Crow, sorry. This blanket is just so gorgeous and so beautiful. I 100% am making this because I'm making it as a birthday gift for my grandma. Her birthday is in July, so I think it's going to be really pretty. Even though it's summertime, she has throw blankets in her living room all the time, and I just think she'll really, really enjoy something like this that's cozy, but also very detailed and elegant. So that's idea number three. Idea number four is the Party in the USA sweater by Sunny Days Crafts. I really like this idea because I think I'm always like a sweater person. Even in the summer, I wear like a little sweater or sweatshirt or something just to cover my shoulders because I get cold easily. So I think a sweater like this would be great for 4th of July. If you're American, that's our Independence Day. So just something that's fun, festive, and also kind of patriotic. So yeah, if not this sweater design specifically, because this is a little bit thicker than what I'm thinking, something that has like the U.S. American flag motif on it, something patriotic for 4th of July. So we'll see what happens, but I do really like this pattern. So it may be this pattern or it may be something similar. Idea number five is the Cumulus blouse, by Petite Knit. I really think this is just so beautiful. I think it's a good lighter sweater, so a good transition piece, maybe going into the spring, especially in Georgia, which is where I go to school, because it's not super, super freezing cold like it is here in Maryland, but it's also not summer yet. So I think the Cumulus blouse is a great transition piece that still looks really pretty and put together, but can easily be thrown on top of more laid back and chill clothes. Idea number six is the Ranunculus, I'm not really sure how to say it, blouse by Midori Hirose. This I think is so, so, so pretty. This is also something I've wanted to make forever. I was really intimidated by it before because before this past year, I never crocheted or knitted anything lace before, but I did do a lace cowl. I ended up giving it away, and I don't have any pictures of it, but doing that little cowl kind of, I don't know what you call it, little mini scarf, really gave me the confidence that, okay, lace isn't as hard as I thought it was, and it's something that I think I can learn and pick up, and the sweater would be a really cool idea. I also like that the sweater is adaptable, you can use different yarn weights, It's a good stash buster. One of the inspo pics that I have on the slides over top of my voice and me speaking has like this very variegated yarn in the sleeves and body, like after the lace part. So I think it's a really good piece. I think it's going to be a good stash buster for me, and I'm super excited to make it. And another good transition piece, especially considering I'm really weighing using some DK yarn that I already own to make this blouse. The next thing is the Musselboard Beanie by Yisola Teague. I really hope I'm pronouncing her name properly, but I'll have all the names on the slides and in the description. So this is a, like, how do I say this? This is like a tubular hat. So it's like one long tube that you fold in on itself to make the hat. So this is another pattern that you can make it in different sizes. It's very adjustable, so I like it. I wouldn't say I'm a beginner knitter. I would say I'm like intermediate. So I always like to have something on my needles that's challenging, but also something that's more difficult. And I think this is a really good, easier pattern to work on that I can just like grab it and go when I'm riding the MARTA or when I'm like just hanging out with friends, something I don't really have to focus on, but something that I still like enjoy and want to make. So yeah, Musselboard Beanie. The next idea is less of a specific pattern and more of a concept. I want to make a bucket hat for this summer, but specifically a more retro, vintage looking bucket hat, something that would be popular like in the 80s or 90s. So I have a picture here. I think it's really just the color scheme, but maybe it's a pattern that I really like in this photo. So something along that line, something that's more of a throwback, less modern-y, Shein, Temu, whatever looking, and more just like classic and timeless. Idea slash concept number 9 is granny skirt pants. I really like wearing loose, just kind of relaxed, chill pants, sweatpants, joggers, that kind of thing. And I think a crochet version would be so cute and a good alternative because I don't really like to be seen wearing pajama pants outside my dorm or outside the house. But I do want something that's kind of loose and really soft, and I think crochet is a great medium between you just rolled out of bed and something that's like super classy and tailored and put together. So crochet granny skirt pants is going to happen in 2026. Idea concept number 10 is crochet jeans slash denim yarn. So I'm not really sure 100% with this idea, whether I want to actually crochet jean like pants that are like more structured, or whether I want to make yarn out of denim, yarn out of like old jeans that I'm not wearing anymore, that I've sized out of. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. If I do end up making denim yarn, I think I may make a tote bag and actually give it to my aunt because she really likes denim. So TBD on what will this idea become in 2026, but I really like the idea of reclaiming and reusing old fabrics, old textiles to make something new instead of just buy. Because we already have enough waste and already have enough clothes in this world. So if we can reuse and make something into something new, that is always better and just great in my opinion. So idea number 11 is the dust bag by Loose Ends. This bag has been so viral on social media, and in the spirit of getting back into knitting in 2026, I really would like to find a knit pattern that's very similar to the dust bag, or maybe I'll write one on my own. Who knows, we'll see. But yeah, I really just like this bag. I may actually just make the dust bag and buy the pattern. Not 100% sure yet, but this is another good idea of this pattern, for those who don't know, uses t-shirt yarn. And Loose Ends, the creator, actually has his own yarn line and t-shirt yarn. But I think it'd be really cool to take some of my old high school shirts that I don't really wear anymore, turn it into t-shirt yarn, and then buy this pattern. So we'll see what I end up doing, but I just love the whole style and kind of like chunky, oversized look of the bag. Okay, technical difficulties. Idea 12 is a beaded tote bag. So I have so many beads that I just have acquired. I don't know how. I have like way too many. But I think making a beaded tote bag would be a great way to use up beads I already have without buying new ones. And also just have like a really cool, funky, like fun retro look to it. I know the very like glass beads, small glass bead bags were really popular at TJ Maxx or TK Maxx if you live abroad. They were really popular this past summer, and I think it will definitely come back, but I hope that it comes back, this trend, in a more fun way, in a more just kind of like loose and free way, less like these really intricate planned designs, and more of just, here's a bunch of beads on a bag, it's crazy, lots of colors, and lots of fun. So beaded tote bag is a big idea that I have. Probably will be in the summer because I think having lots of colors is just like a summery thing to do. So that's idea number 12. Idea number 13 is a charm tote bag. So this tote bag kind of goes in with the maximalist idea of the beaded tote bag, just by having like lots of different designs and things happening. And one thing that I don't really collect is pins. I collect like beads, art supplies, crazy stuff, things for my junk journal, but not pins. So I think that collecting pins is something I want to start in 2026, and having a pin or charm tote bag will be a great way to like incorporate it. And the more places I go, more things I do, just like the more kind of maximalist my bag will become, and it's just like a token of everywhere I've been, which I think is really cool. So that's idea concept number 13, is a charm slash pin tote bag. And then idea number 14 is the pretty hat by Tommy Knits. I really just like this hat pattern, and along the lines of working on my knit skills, working on ribbing and twisted ribbing especially, something I really need to develop and want to develop too. So I think the pretty hat is just a good simplistic pattern, and not simplistic in a bad way, simplistic in a good for someone who's getting back into knitting way. I already actually bought this pattern and looked through it, so I'm excited to cast it on this year. And I'm really tempted to just like make a bunch of pretty hats for my family members. But I say that now after like Christmas is over and like finals are done. We'll see how I feel next year when I'm studying for finals and midterm in college, whether I have time to make 6 different hats. But I really do like the hat, even if I just am able to make one in this upcoming year. Idea 15 is the Marielle blouse by, probably gonna get this wrong, but Maria Shai Mogenstad, or Mogenstad, maybe? I think this is so pretty. It is made with fingering weight yarn, which is like a little bit of a scary thing, so I'm not 100% sure if I'll end up being able to make this. But I do think this is such a like pretty summery sweater. Like when I think of summer sweater, this is what I think of. Something that's lace, something that's like very light to put on, not like a super heavy, bulky weight sweater. So yeah, I really like this, and it also has a beautiful lace detailing. And now that I'm not scared by lace anymore, I think this would be a great way to just show how far I've come from that like initial kind of funky lace cow neck thing and a whole sweater with lace in it. So that's idea 15. Idea 16 is the Nordic Mix Sweater by Laura Delgard. This sweater is so much fun. So I actually have never knit color work before, so we'll see if I get to this one, but I really think it's pretty. I think a really good color combo that I'd like to do if I end up making this sweater would be black and light purple. I think on the slides I have a black and green version, and then the original blue and white. As I said before, me and white do not mix, so we'll see what color I end up doing if I actually make the sweater. But I think this is a great way to practice color work, just because it has so many patterns. It's very busy in a good way, where I think if I'm making mistakes because I'm a beginner, which is going to happen, a sweater like this, it's going to be really hard to see the mistakes versus a sweater where it's like the porcelain sweater, where it's very obvious what the pattern and print is. There's no overlap really. It's just solid print. So I think a sweater like this is a great first sweater. I wish it was like a sweater vest maybe, just to have a smaller project to work on. But yeah, because my mistakes will not be easily seen, and it's just super fun, and like no one will have anything that's like this. You can't get this at Zara or like Primark or whatever. It's so unique, and I just love it. So idea 15 is the Louisa top. I usually associate knitting with the winter and fall seasons, so I really want to try to get into making some more summery tops. And this Louisa top just looks so elegant. It is cropped, so that makes me feel like I could maybe finish it a little bit faster, and it may be a good just like in between project. And again, lace. I'm loving lace this year, so another lace thing. And then keeping in with the theme of tops, for number 18, I have the Ivy top by Petite Knit. I think this top is so chic. It's just like so, you know, like Europe girl summer, whatever. I think it also does have some shaping in the bust, which will be good for me to work on because I've only ever done raglan shaping for sweaters. So yeah, I really like it. I'm not really sure what color I would do it in yet, but I think it's going to be a good kind of quick project, but a good timeless staple piece. For number 19, I have the Lily bag. I wasn't able to find one exact pattern for it. I found a couple different patterns by different creators. So I'm just putting it out here because I don't know who came up with it first or who I should be giving credit for or credit to. So yeah, the Lily bag, I think again, this is just so pretty, so summery. I think it is a little bit kitschy, but I think it's a good like vacation bag, and I am going on a cruise for a week towards the end of summer with my family. So I think this is like a good cruise bag. It's a statement piece. It's something that makes people stop, and it's just so like beachy and spring. So yeah, I think this is a cute bag, and I hope to make it in time for the cruise. We'll see how my plans end up working out. And project number 20 is the bikini slipover. This is another possible cruise piece. I really like this sweater. I don't know how I feel about knitting it per se, just because I think the stranded color work may be a little bit cumbersome for a more summery piece. So maybe I'll use, if it comes with like a grid, because I haven't bought the pattern yet. And this is by Best Knits. I think I forgot to say a couple who the last couple patterns are by, but this is by Best Knits. And I think just using the grid and not transposing, turning it into a crochet pattern will be better, just because I think crochet is able to be more airy, better to find like different yarn textures. So we'll see. I don't know whether I'll knit or crochet it, but I just think it's so funny, and it's just like a top that makes you go like, huh, you know? So I really like it. Pattern number 21 is the Town Square sweater, and I think this will probably be one of my first cast-ons for 2026 because I just love this sweater. At first, I kind of was hesitant. I was like, I don't really see just the, my words. I don't really see like how this would be worth the time, because it's just so textured, and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes with really textured patterns, the texture can get lost in my experience. But then when I saw the picture on the right of the slide with the pink, the woman in the hijab wearing the pink version of the sweater, I was like, wow, I can really see this. So I want to make the sweater actually in a yellow, very similar to this, for Easter. And it's also worsted weight, so I think it'll be a good transition piece, quick to work up, and easy to find yarn into. So I want to make this sweater in yellow for Easter. And if I really like making it, maybe I'll also make the dog version for my dog. Even though me and my dog will be together for Easter, I can send it, and my family can send me a picture, and we can Photoshop it together. So that's idea 21. Idea 22 is the Squiggle Sweater by Be Creative Knits. This is another colorwork sweater example. I think it's just super fun. I think if I made this sweater, I would make it in the exact same color scheme, something super bright and just fun. But yeah, I mean, there's not that much to say. This is just like a simple color sweater. But I really like the creator. She actually has a YouTube channel, and I like watching all of her videos and process vlogs. So that's kind of what made me pick out the sweater and see the sweater in the first place. So hopefully I get a chance to actually cast it on and cast it off my hooks in 2026. Item number 23, I was about to say 2023, is the work of art vest. This is also by Be Creative Knits, and I just think this is so cute. I think if I were to make it, I would make the woman in the painting, I would make her black to like match my skin tone, and I would actually like sew on an actual, not a real pearl, a fake pearl. I'd sew on a fake pearl just to kind of like have a 3D element and to make it personal to me. I've actually seen this painting in person. I don't have a picture of me standing next to it, which stinks. But I live in Maryland, so close to DC, and I saw it when it was in the National Art Gallery. So yeah, I think it'd just be super fun to make this piece. It would be amazing if I could actually go in person with my finished vest and stand next to the artwork and take a photo. But even if I can't, I think it's just so like innovative and talented. Like I would never think to make art like this into a crochet pattern for a sweater, or a knit pattern for a sweater. And I also saw the crochet grid for this. So maybe I'll crochet it, like same concept as the actual knit pattern, but crochet it instead. So we'll see how I'm feeling, if I'm in a crochet or a knit mood. I have a lot of knit color work, so maybe I'll switch it up and crochet this instead. Keeping with the color work theme, I have the Dog in Porcelain scarf by Catherine Kuntz. And I think this is so cute. I know that another one of her patterns, The Adventures of Family Fox, is going really viral right now on knit and crochet Instagram. But as someone who watched Snoopy, I like Snoopy. And I think that even though it's not called Snoopy, I think that this is like a really cool pattern and just kind of a fun scarf. So yeah, I think a lot of my like winter wear, scarves, hats, that kind of stuff is just very like basic and minimal. So I think having something like this would really spice up my winter accessories. Item number 25, this is more of a concept than a concrete pattern, but it is crocheting little hearts and then hot gluing them to clothespins for Hugh O'Brien. So this one has a little bit of a backstory. So Hugh O'Brien Youth is this leadership organization, and they hold these yearly seminars for 10th grade students all across the globe, but primarily in the United States. And I did this program when I was actually in 10th grade. I'll see if I can find some photos to put up here. And I volunteer with this program every single year. So I'm volunteering again in 2026 in the DC chapter and maybe the Maryland chapter, depending on what happens in my life. But I think that this is such a cute idea. Part of like the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership, or Hobie for short, experience is trading Hobie hugs, which are these little sweet messages like you're doing great, or you're a really good friend, or just positive things about someone that you observe, and like little pins. So this is kind of tapping into my pin idea where I can actually put all my Hobie pins, because right now they're just in a box because I never really have a use for them other than the once yearly conference, and crocheting these little hearts to put onto messages to give to the students and the volunteers in the program, I think would be a really sweet idea. Especially because at the end for the DC chapter, we always do like, or not always, this is will be my second year volunteering at DC. But last year we did a big circle at the end where we just said kind things about each other, gave each other like little notes and mementos and pins. And yeah, I think it would be a really great experience just to kind of give back to this community that means so much to me, and show my own creativity while also being kind and uplifting to others. So that's idea 25. And to finish off all my ideas, I have a concept for item number 26, which is crocheting a like dupe amigurumi version of the Valentine Squishmallow plushie. So I took a screenshot of the website and I'll have that up. But pretty much it's just a little like 3D heart thing with these little legs and then these cute eyes and a smile. So I think that will be super easy to crochet. I say that as I have not crocheted any hearts whatsoever, even for the heart pin idea. So, take this with a grain of salt. But I feel like this could be really easy to crochet. I think it's a very simple shape. So I'm going to try to make a dupe version of it. If I do make a dupe, I'll probably have a pattern tutorial out by Valentine's Day. But I think this would be really cute. And I'll either make it like a full-size pillow, or maybe just like a little keychain to add to my dorm ID tag and key card. So yeah, anyway, those are all my ideas for 2026. I'm so excited to get started. I've already started a couple projects and I'm finishing a couple whips from 2025, but I'm excited to crochet these things and knit these things and just get started. So comment down below what you're interested in making in 2026, if any of these ideas were also on your list. And I thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you later this week. Bye-bye.